What's up, traders? Welcome back to another one of my videos. I'm excited because I haven't been in front of a whiteboard in quite some time. I used to have one in my old studio and we just got a new one. It's much smaller than the one before, but it'll do, and I wanted to put it to good use today. So we're going to be talking about trend following, and I know you've heard trend following 100 times if you've been watching any amount of trading content out there on the internet. But today I'm going to be talking about something kind of unique, which is true trend following. So again, you've heard of trend following, when the market's going up, you're looking to buy into that market and to join the move. But today we're going to be talking specifically about true trend following and defining what that actually means. Now, first of all, when we are talking about trend, there is some basics that we need to cover that, are pretty universal to trend following. Buying strength and selling weakness. So this is the first component of trend following. This is the basics, right? When we're talking about trend following, we are talking about buying into strong markets, right? Markets that are rallying up and pushing higher, making higher highs, higher lows, showing strength, and then selling or shorting markets that are weak, or weak markets that are trending to the downside, right? This is the basic fundamentals of trend following. Now again, remember, we're talking about true trend following, and I'm going to define that in just a moment. A lot of times people think of trend following as, a market is trending higher and they're looking to do something like this, where basically they buy into a market here, they put a target up here, and they put a stop right here. But this is actually not my definition of true trend following. Because trend followers that are true to their craft, the real trend followers out there, know that a trend can trend for a very, very long time. Longer than you or me may ever expect. So what I mean by that is that putting a target here kind of caps our trend, right? Remember, if we go back to definition number 1 of true trend following, what are we doing? We are buying strength and holding strength, and selling weakness and holding weakness. We're not buying strength and then selling into more strength. We are buying strength and holding strength until it becomes what? Weakness, right? So actually true trend following does not try to cap the wins, okay? And what I mean by that, we're gonna go into detail here. So stay tuned in this video, because if you've been struggling with trend following and you wanna know more about it, this is the video for you, because this is a little bit more theory, it's a little deeper, but it might be something that's super helpful to you. So stay with me here. So a true trend follower is actually going to remove this. They're going to say, you know what? It's trending up, I'm long, and I'm going to hold this thing and let it run as long as it will go. Okay, again, trends mean that the market is moving in a dominant direction and can trend for a very, very long time. Remember that there's an old saying that basically markets can remain kind of irrational longer than you and I can remain calm or rational, whatever the saying is. Maybe we'll pop up the quote here, I messed it up. But the idea here is basically that when it comes to markets, they can trend and they can do crazy things for a very long time. A true trend follower is not trying to time the markets as much. They're trying to stick with a trend when it's going and cut it when it's done. Okay, so that brings us maybe to the next main point about trend following, which is going to be let winners run and cut losers short. This is like the simplest concept that is actually so hard to actually put into practice. So what I mean by this is that when we're winning, we want to hold on to those winners as long as we can. And when we are losing in a trend following strategy, we want to get rid of that trade as quick as we possibly can. Very simple to think about, very hard to actually act on. Why? Because we are traders and we are also human beings, and human beings are stubborn and greedy, and we don't want to give away losses. We want to hold things and make them winners because we want to make money today. But a true trend follower doesn't care about that. A true trend follower, again, goes back to definition number 1 and definition number 2. Buying strength, selling weakness. That's our principle here. We're not going to go any more depth than that. We are simply buying into markets that are breaking out, that are creating higher highs, that are moving strongly to the upside. We're going to be selling the opposite. Number 2, we're going to let those winners run, and we're going to cut those losers short. So this second part of the definition is probably pretty easy for us to understand. We're going to stop out of bad trades. We're going to get rid of bad trades. We're going to drop them off pretty quickly. If we buy into this market and it starts going against us, well, then no big deal. We cut the trade and we are gone. We're out of that trade very quickly. But this part is the tricky part, and this is where I think true trend followers separate from people who just want to trade with the trend. Because it's one thing to say, oh, I want to go with the trend, but true trend followers do not try to predict when a trend will end, okay? And that's the key component, in my opinion, between a true trend follower and just somebody who's trading with the trend. It's a very distinct difference, because a true trend follower, again, what we already said, the first 2 points, lets those winners run. And so what they do is they don't try and target a certain point. That would be, you're just taking a profit and great, things have gone well, you've decided to take profit. But a true trend follower is not actually going to do that. A true trend follower is going to let that trend run as much as we possibly can, which again, the second part of that definition is easy. We cut the losers short. The first part is where it gets tricky, because we need to let the winners run. So how do we do that? Well, in my mind, some of the best trend following concepts out there are as simple as using something like a trailing stop to get you out of the trade, okay? And a lot of times trailing stops can be tricky, because a lot of times you get something like this. Maybe we'll do an example, because maybe the best way to illustrate this would be to draw up an example of this. So let's say that a market is range bound and you say, okay, well, if it breaks out up or down, I want to get involved. The market starts to rally and you say, okay, I'm in this market for a buy. Okay, so we've got a buy on the trade and the market starts going in our favor. Now, somebody who is just trading with the trend might just take profits as soon as the market goes 50, 100 pips into their direction, whatever. That's just trading with the trend. But a true trend follower is going to let this thing run until what? Well, let's go back to our definition. We're going to buy strength and hold it until it becomes weakness. That's all. So we're going to hold this market until we start to see something change, okay? And that is really the definition, in my opinion, of a true trend follower. So when this market starts to go up, we're not going to take profits on the way up. We're actually going to take profits or take losses when the market does what? Shows weakness. If we're holding a strength move, or if we're using a buy trade, we're waiting for weakness to come get us out of the trade. We don't care how long this thing trends, because I'm sure you guys have seen it occasionally on the charts. Sometimes you just get something that runs and runs and runs and runs and runs, and a true trend follower, that's their payout day. That's when the money comes into their account big time, is when you get those crazy runs. For a lot of you guys, and myself included, I've been on the wrong side of those trends, and those are not fun, right? But for a true trend follower, that's payday. That's when they make their big money. So how can we possibly trade the true trend following way? Well, that brings us maybe to our third definition, which is, I'll put it over here, no prediction. So again, remember how I said that a true trend follower is not just going to take profits on the way up? Well, our third definition here, or at least my third definition of true trend following, would be no prediction. We are buying strength when it shows up on the chart. We're not trying to get the perfect entry. We're just trying to buy into the strength, sell into the weakness, and we are not trying to predict when the trend will end. We are just trying to ride the trend for as much as we possibly can. And so now we need some simple rules, and there's plenty of different ways to do this to get out of a trade. And some really, really simple ways, and actually one of my favorite ways, I have a strategy where I use the 20-period simple moving average on a daily chart to get me out of a trade. And let's say that this is the 20-period moving average, and let's say that, okay, price has gone into our favor. Okay, well, here's where things get interesting, because remember, no prediction. We don't want to try and predict exactly when this trend is going to end or a new one is going to begin, right? Because I don't know about you guys, but that can be very, very difficult. These markets are crazy. They can go up, down, sideways, and do whatever they want. A trend follower, especially a true trend follower, is just trying to capture as much of the market move as we possibly can without trying to predict every single move. So when this market decides, whether it's now, tomorrow, next week, next month, whenever the market decides to get weak again, we would be closing out buys. How would we do that? Something as simple as the 20-period SMA, and this is up to your discretion. There's plenty of different ways to do this. You can use RSI, you can use Bollinger Bands, you can use moving averages. There's all different ways to do it from a technical perspective. I even know some people who do it fundamentally. When fundamentals start to shift or data comes out and the price starts to go the other way, they'll close out a trend following concept based on fundamentals. That's something that you can do as well. So, for simplicity's sake, if we're just talking about a 20 period moving average, let's say that when price is trending in our direction, we're holding this trade long, things are going well, and we wait until things start to show what? Weakness. So this area would be our weakness, and all of this is our strength. Now we need to talk about some pros and cons if we're going to be doing this, because a lot of times what ends up happening is people say, well, Nick, I don't want to use a trailing stop because every time I trail my stop, I just take less of a profit. And that is going to be true most of the time. So I think actually what we'll do is we'll fast forward, I'll clean up the board, and I'm going to show you guys something kind of interesting about using trailing stops and using true trend following in general about performance, and it's why I think most people fail with it. So stay tuned. Okay, so when we're talking about true trend following, there are some pros and cons that obviously come into play with any trading strategy, but today, right now, we're going to talk a little bit about trend following and some of the pros and cons of it. The pros of trend following is that some of your winners can be crazy. They can be really, really awesome. Will standing behind the camera. Will, do you remember the USD SGD trade?
Yeah.
That was a crazy trade that just kept rolling. And maybe we can find a screenshot of that. It should be back a few months.
Yeah.
We saw a crazy run on USD SGD, and I used the 20 period simple moving average to trail me out of that, and it was an incredible win. I think it was like a 5 to 6 or 7% win on an account, which is really solid trades. And that's a really cool pro, because every once in a while you get a trade that just keeps going and it's on the right side of the trade. And so some of the pros to trend following that are kind of cool are that your winners tend to be long. And hopefully you guys can see my handwriting or understand it, but basically the winners tend to actually be long periods of time, which for me is psychologically kind of cool, because you're holding on to winners. So you're sitting there, every time you look at your account, most likely you've got trades that are winning and just kind of playing out over the time. And then you've got the other cool thing, which is the opposite. Your losses tend to be short, which is cool, because remember, we go back to that definition: let your winners run, let your losers go. If you're cutting your trade at the 20 period moving average and things just don't go as planned right away, if they dip, well then you're out of the trade. It's gone, it's out of your account, it's behind you, it's history. This is kind of cool, because then psychologically it's a little bit easier, in my opinion, to look at your trades when most of the time you've got blue on your account that's working out, and then you've got some red trades in the history that are kind of just behind you, and you've scrapped them from your mind. To me, just personally, a psychologically easier thing to do. Now, let's talk about a con that's really, really important. One of the biggest cons to trend trading, and I think why most people will never really be trend followers, because it's very, very mentally taxing to take many losses / low win percentage. And this is why when I was a newer trader, I couldn't do this. This was so hard mentally, because some of the concepts that I talked to you guys about so far in this, they all sound really great on paper until you realize that this could actually mean a 35 to 45% win rate, which is pretty low. That means that most of the time when you place a trade, it's going to result in your account going down. That psychologically is hard, right? Because if you know that there's a good chance every time you put a trade on that you're going to lose money, that sounds and feels really bad, and it becomes really difficult to keep chugging on. This is why trend following for most people is really, really difficult if you're really doing it, right? Because you have to let those winners run. So the winners are occasional, they're very infrequent, but the losses, you let them go, they're constantly piling up. You're taking them all the time, right? And so that can psychologically be very difficult and is a huge barrier to entry for people who want to trend follow. In fact, I don't know if you guys down below in the comments, let me know if you can handle this, but when I was a newer trader, no way I could do this. This was just not, my mentality was just not there to understand that you need to lose very often in order to cash out big. Which brings me to maybe another point. We're going to clear the board again, and I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about performance expectations with a good trend following concept. Okay, so now when we're talking about performance, this is a big part to trend following that's important. Sometimes when you get something that's like a reversals concept, your performance, we'll put reversals, I'll put rev up here. Typically, your reversals are gonna look something like this. Your account balance on a good strategy that uses reversals, assuming you have a plan, assuming you're able to stick to that plan, can look something like this, okay? Long periods where you've got basically wins, right? You've got good times, good times, good times, and brief periods where things are not fun and they give back significant amounts of profits, but the idea overall is that you continue to go up. Well, this actually flips completely on a trend following. So if we put trend, the performance expectations for a trend following concept are going to look more like this. You go down for long periods of time, you shoot up. You go down for long periods of time, you shoot up. And this is again considering you have a plan and that you're actually able to stick to it. But this is difficult, because now you inverse a lot of this concept. So you actually take long times where you are losing money, right? And brief periods of time where things go really well for your account, okay? And that's where the true trend follower makes their money. All of their money comes from a select few trades. Their big winners are what make them profitable. It's not most trades. Most trades actually cause them to lose, but it's those occasional really big win that cause their account to really grow over time. Now, this is not magical. Of course, nothing in trading is. We know this by now. Hopefully, if you've watched my channel for a while, you know that that's the reality is nothing is magical. So trend following, just like anything else, has its ups and its downs. But some of the coolest upside, in my opinion, is I think Will and I call them crazy trades, but it's basically like that USD SGD trade that just kept going and it freaks out on you and it just keeps going. If you're on the right side of that trade and you really stick to your rules and let it run, those select very much an outlier trades are what's going to actually make you profitable as a true trend follower. It's those really, really random ones that could account for 90% of your gains, right? It's the occasional once every few months maybe that really run that can actually make your account profitable. In fact, I would go so far as to say that a true trend follower almost entirely relies on those outliers, those freakish, crazy trades. That's where the real money in true trend following comes from. And so what I mean by that is something where basically, again, we'll say, you get long and this thing just decides that it's time to really go long, and you're sitting there trailing, and it just keeps going and finally gets you out, and then you net this massive gain.